results are identical to Quark's.
I don't know if you'd say she should be dead.
She has also been infected with Radical 6.
On our way back, Fire had gone off to retrieve the rest of the participants. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke. That should be 6 again, because Luna's the one that's speaking. Her eyes wouldn't widen as she's speaking.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a special antiviral treatment. Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
Immunogoblin?
Immunogoblin?
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6. Those antibodies are the basis for Excelavir.
How does she know all that though? Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in those?
Right. I thought of that too, so I went and took a closer look at them. Unfortunately...
They can't cure it.
Correct. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself. The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Excelavir.
But the pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
Yes.
Well, then what are we waiting for? One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
As he spoke, Tenryuji moved over to Quark and lifted his small, unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Tenryuji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. I bent down slightly and picked it up. This is new. Quark's never had this on him before.
What?
Well, what is it?
Hold on. There's a name on the label here. Excelavir.
Excelavir! You found it, Sigma! That's the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
Why did Quark have it?
Yeah.
Perhaps he found it earlier.
But we found it in one of the locked safes to exit an escape room. Earlier when?
We explored the laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door.
I think that is where we got it though.
I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket.
He hid it?
Whether or not that was his intention is unclear. I did not have the opportunity to ask, as he collapsed immediately afterwards. It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it after that. And to be honest, it had also slipped my mind. We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Who cares about the details?
But still, that explanation still doesn't make sense. Because we had to get the code for the safe with the moon, stars and sun combination to open the safe, and the Excelavir was in that safe. So how did Quark get that without the others noticing?
We have it. Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
Might be a bit hard to ask him.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
What?
There's only enough here for one person. The only way we have to administer this is with the injection gun.
Yeah, of course there's only enough for one. But we have found, in that room where they found it, is a machine they can duplicate it. Do they realize that in this timeline?
And the way it functions, It uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger.
No, that is a small vial. It's maybe 4 centimeters high. Under 2 inches.
In other words, we can't split the dose in 2 or something.
It is only a small vial. We saw it in our hand earlier,
Right.
if I remember right. While we all stood stunned, Fi moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through his clothes, then stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head. Fi?
Nothing. That one bottle was it.
Checking to see if he had more. Do you think there might be some more back in the laboratory?
No. Unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God.
Just enough medicine for 1 dose.
Only one person can be saved.
No. Yeah, it is a small bottle, so maybe needs to have more than 1 dose. And over time, there's only enough for 1 person? I don't know the situation. But I know there's not much there.
Who should we give it to?
But like I said before, there is a machine in the laboratory they can use to clone it.
Alice? Or Quark?
What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to save one of them.
Then what are we going to do?
Do I have to spell it out? We're going to save them both.
How?
That's, I needed to calm down. Think. There had to be some way to save both of them. It was there. I knew it. There it is. Well, that's what told us about... Well, there was a machine saying IG and I can't remember how they worked it out, but it was to duplicate IG, whatever it was. We now know what IG is. Yeah.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
This machine. The thing is, we didn't see this machine in this timeline. We're in this one here because we've already done this room. We can do this one because that's where that image is from. That's where we done that escape room.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
Yep, IG replicator. So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG, whatever that is.
And then this is where they made jokes. Idiotic girl. And he said, something about me. IG something. Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
That's it. I've got it. The IG replicator in the laboratory. It's an immunoglobulin replication machine.
What?
It can copy immunoglobulin antibodies. Luna just said Exelavir is made from antibodies. That means we can make more Exelavir.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it.
They're going to say, how did you know it was in there though?
Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Thanks for the hydrate there again, Pickles.
Yeah. We never could figure out what it did, though.
Exactly.
And that is the end of my water.
My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
Until I go fill it up anyway. I saw it when I was in the laboratory.
When was that?
Yeah, when was that, Sigma? Posture check as well, Spud. Thank you. I kind of did straighten up as I had the drink, but I'll do it properly. Thank you.
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No. Dio was wrong. I hadn't gone into the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. So how did I know about the IG replicator? Yeah, I have done that on purpose, so I can't have too much hydrates.
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Excelivir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah, no time to waste.
Well, we all nodded. Wait, we can't leave them here all alone. Yeah. It kind of is accurate. You got to remember, it's not really based in our world. So things that work in our world may not work in the world in the game. Things that work in the game don't work in real life. They did address that at the start of the game, if I remember, when they were talking about... No, I think it was in the first game when they were talking about the all ice, maybe, and freezing the human bodies. No, it was in this one when they were talking about the instant freezing of people. One of my notes says, I think it was in one of these files. I reckon I've passed. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, a lot of it is taken from real world, but they have pointed out at one point that in the real world this doesn't quite work right, but they've made it work in the game. Yeah, you do remember that one, don't you, Spud? The luminol. I forget which file it was. I'm sure it was about the health pod things. These look like it could be. That's the one I keep forgetting the name of. Dio is a Myrmidon. The Myrmidons are a group of clones of Brother's younger brother. And Free the Soul is the name of their religion. Treatment pod? Here's where it's talking about the freezing. Fair enough, Spud. Trying to quickly read through this and not that one either. Yeah, the CAS stands for Cells Alive System. It allows organic tissue to be safely and non-destructively frozen. In this game, CAS is used to put people in cold sleep. It super cools the subject with a magnetic field and causes them to freeze almost instantly, preventing crystallization. In real life, the problem comes when you try to thaw something out, which also must be done instantly. In this game, however, the technological magic of the treatment pod makes returning from cold sleep possible. So there is parts of it that do point out it's a game. There's things that can happen in the game that just aren't possible in real life. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright then, let's go. All good, Spud. I was just thinking in my head, I knew I'd seen it somewhere. Where was it? And I didn't want to give up until I found it. It's that machine there. This one.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right here. See?
So this can copy the Accelavir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
I was just thinking, why did Luna stay behind? She knows more about this stuff than anyone else here. Yes, she's the one with the medical degree. So if something happens with Alice or Quark, she could help there. But she'd probably also know more about this stuff than anyone else as well. Don't rush me. I carefully lowered the small vial of Accelavir into the slot on the side of the machine. So it's like that small container in there. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably, that was where the duplicated Accelavir would go. Ready? When I push this button, it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Right. And pressed. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Yeah. Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket.
What happened?
Sorry, my hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah, just one though.
What in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Come on. If it had broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Tenmyuji could reply, Fire spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see?
A bomb?
It did break.
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand, but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
I'm thinking a bomb.
Take a look.
She slid back from the table, quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. Yep, a number 2 bomb. A bomb.
Whoa. Really? That makes 2 then.
Actually,
Guess
3.
Kay was right after all.
We have found a number 3 bomb in the garden in another timeline as well. It might not be planted in this timeline yet, though.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
They probably didn't look under the table.
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
You, Dio. We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane!
We wouldn't like to think that, but it is a possibility.
Listen to yourself! There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb!
Tenmyuji was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a
Purple card.
Memory card.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes, I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Could I see it for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Switch game cartridge. No dice. We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
I've never had a Switch, so I don't know what their cartridges look like. Come on. If I knew I'd been doing this...
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Not much we can do except leave it here.
Yep.
Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right. So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them to the Excelsior, then head to the Floor A warehouse.
Right.
I would probably make us another copy of the cure in case someone else happens to catch it in the future. You're not using it all on 2 people now.
This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. It would be smart, wouldn't it, Spud? While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelsior. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated...
it's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes. Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
You don't just go pat someone on the back. We're still in that box.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go. The Floor A warehouse is waiting. Yes, it will be, Spud. So that block there, I thought there was a block between the two, but that one will be the vote for ally and betray. Huh? Where's Tenryuji?
He stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?